Good evening to all. I am G. Shanmukro. Currently, I am pursuing BTech second year in Centurion University. I am presenting this topic under the guidance of Ashwin sir. So let's jump into the topic, exception handling. Why do we need exception handling? Well, when something goes wrong in your code, like dividing by 0 or trying to access a file that does not exist, your program might crash. With exception handling, we can fix these problems and make sure program keep running smoothly. This help this helps prevent crashes and make your app more reliable. And then coming to next slide, an exception is an error that happens while your program is running. It stops your program from doing what it was supposed to do. For example, if you try dividing a number by 0 or trying to access a file that does not exist, the program will fail. Exception helps us to handle these situations instead of letting the program crash. So Java exception handling mechanism. In Java, we use 5 keywords to handle exceptions. The try block is where you put the risky code, the code that might cause an error. The catch block handles the error if it happens. The finally block always runs whether an error happen or not, and is often used to clean up resources. Throw is used to create your own exceptions, and throws is used to tell the method that might throw an exception. Syntax of try catch. This is the basic syntax for exception handling. You write the risky code inside the try block. If something goes wrong, the catch block will catch the error and handle it. The finally block is a special block that always runs no matter what, and it's typically used for cleanup tasks. The throw keywords is used to manually create an exception, and throws is used in methods declaration to declare that the method might throw an exception. Divided by 0. Here is simple example where we try to divide 10 by 0. Normally this would cause an arithmetic exception and crash the program, but with exception handling we can catch that error. The catch block catches the exception and prints the message cannot divide by 0 instead of letting the program crash. Types of exceptions. In Java, exceptions are divided into two types: checked exceptions and unchecked exceptions. Checked exceptions are errors that the compiler forces you to handle. For example, when working with files, you might encounter an IO exceptions if the file does not exist. Unchecked exceptions like arithmetic exception, for example, divide by 0, happen during runtime and the compiler does not force you to handle them. Next one, multiple catch blocks. You can use multiple catch blocks to handle different types of exceptions. In the example, the try block contains code that could potentially throw different types of exceptions, such as file error or a math error. We can handle each type separately with the different catch blocks. This helps keep the program organized and make it easier to manage errors. Next one, throw versus throws. Let's talk about throw and throws. The throw keyword is used when we want to manually create an exception. For example, if a user enters invalid data, we can throw an exception. On the other hand, throws is used in method declaration to tell the program that a particular method might throw an exception, and the calling code